Alright, let's continue. The Burden of Knowledge, level 75. Oh, we're gonna get an ether current. Gonna get an ether current. Gonna get an ether current. The entrance to the Katana Revel lies open, and Almet would see you on your way. This is probably a dungeon, I'm thinking. With the Yulmorans gone, and your companion now returned, I think it best you go now before they can regroup. With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxnir, the entrance to Katana Revel should now be open. Before we leave, Urianger, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Nay, though we had but little time before the Yulmorans' most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Coriel. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the Sin Eater which her late mother did espy was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resided in the vicinity of Raktika Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. Well, that was a lot of words there, Urianger. You could have just said yes. Anyway, our course is clear. We must navigate the Katana Revel and make for Raktika Falls. Though you see it is but another obstacle to be navigated, the Katana Revel is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within. Knowledge which is rightly yours. As allies of Ranka, you are welcome to explore. I fully intend to survey every ilm of it, once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. I don't know what I'm doing with my arse anymore. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. To discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies, it had to be so. Be careful in there. I will. Head east and you will find the path of azure flowers leading to the Revel. I wish you safe passage through its halls. Bunny Sisters out. Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please, promise me you will return safely. The Knights Blessed need you. You need not worry, Runar. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift, one the Knights Blessed will treasure now and evermore. Oh, I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, now let us away. Quest accepted. See you around, Runar. See that you take good care of Master Matoya, and may the shadows keep you. Thanks, Emmett Selk. Lest you doubt, I won't be helping you do battle with the Light Warden. To accompany you thus is quite taxing enough. Now, if you've no further questions... Are there any other Asians here in the first? Meow 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 meow. Not a single one. Happily, I am quite content to mingle with the masses, and even if I did crave the company of my own kind, one might say we are understaffed at present. There are no strict rules governing how we work, though that has not been without its consequences. In the beginning, we were each responsible for a shard, and free to do as we wished. But Igiorman's impetuous temperament showed us the folly in that. In light of her failings, we took to working in tandem as the situation demanded. Mitron and Logriff were supposed to take care of the first, of course. Alas, they were slain by the champions of this realm shortly before the flood. Expendable though they were, I found them quite useful. But that is a tale for another time. Oh, interesting. Interesting that you, had so much to say there, Emmett Silk. Run along to your friends and leave me be. Travel east along the path of azure flowers. The Kitana Ravel is not far. The Kitana Ravel is said to be fiercely guarded. Please be careful. You need not worry about the Ulmorans while you're inside. They should return. Should they return, we will be ready. Okay. I wasn't worried, but I guess I will be doubly not worried. Oh, we're going that way. Going off into new realms. I guess I will ride my trusty Chocobo Peeps. The same one I've been riding since the beginning of A Realm Reborn. Because I'm not one of those people who collects mounts and rides them all over the place. Because it's a thing to do. I stick with my trusty Peeps. I don't really know why anybody would change mounts, because the Chocobo mount is definitely the best one. Am I even going the right way? Yes, I am going the right way. Going around all the mandrills. Ah, the blue flowers we were meant to follow. I see it now. Very convenient to have fields of blue flowers pointing the way, the directions we need to go. I think I'm gonna pull this monkey. No, I'm not. Here we are at the Kitana Revel entrance, which is clearly a dungeon. I can't imagine what could have survived in there for so many years. After you, my friend. At long last the time hath come to find out what wonders yet remain at the heart of Ranka. Rianjay cracks me up. This had better work. I have no wish to return to the Great Pyramid. Well, that is where you died. Open the door, that I might enter. You can feel the ether flowing through the door. A gentle push may be all that's required. Our earlier efforts were not in vain, it seems. Stay on your guard, Tiav. We know not what awaits us inside. It's a dungeon. It's a dungeon that we need our trust companions to do. I think we should form a party and enter the Kitana Ravel. Oh, we gotta leave Menphilia behind. Oh well. That's fine. So this is a level 75 dungeon. We are entering at level 76 with our trust companions who are level 75. The Kitana Ravel. Here we go.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have. Her condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though she shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. She must be told. Would you describe it to me, Marie-Ange? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful.
Oh, is she blind? Is that a thing we knew before?
Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
So, oh wow, I didn't know that. So we've sort of heard references to that before, that she sees the ether, but I didn't know she couldn't see, like, the real world. She only sees ether. Oh, man.
I can see it.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Well fought. Let us return home.
How does she see those?
Murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How does she see the murals? If she can't see the night sky, how is she seeing the murals? I'm confused now.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments. But whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place, and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn. She who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history. Our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac. We natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world. For our people. For all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Well, I feel like that was a massive, massive story reveal, mainly for people who are a lot more steeped in Final Fantasy lore than I am. The history of the Ascians, to me, doesn't really mean a whole lot. Zodiac, the name, doesn't mean anything to me. Thancred did tell me about primals, but I don't fully understand what all of this means. Me neither, Minfilia. The eldest and most powerful of primals. Gods. If that were Heidelin's origin, then what would that make? No, I will not make the words of an Ascian on trust. I will not take the words of an Ascian on trust. It has to be a lie. 'Tis oft said, truth is a matter of perspective. Yet upon this matter there can be but one truth. I only pray it is not his. So... I don't know. I don't know what any of it means. No idea. What do you think, Ishtola? That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, the burden of knowledge is complete.